Welcome back to Secrets of the Opposite Sex. I'm your host, Tasha Ray, and tonight we're delving into the world of inappropriate behavior while in a relationship or dating with some of our faves. Welcome back to the show, guys, and welcome to the show for the first time, Mike.
Dang, put me on the spotlight.
Out the
um,
gate.
Mike, Gemini,
Oh,
um, living in DC, so single, and I'm here.
all right now.
Hi everyone, I'm Kari, big Leo. Okay, birthday coming up. Okay,
Okay.
I'll let y'all guess my age. Not right here though. And I live in Atlanta, and I'm having fun.
I'm Nico, I'm Aquarius, by the way. Stand up strong, and I'm single.
I think Aquarius and single just kind of go together. What do you think?
Damn.
Like,
Bring it down, Tosh. Don't start. Don't start it, Tosh.
Real
Get me
early.
started, Tosh, on you. Don't get me
I
started.
mean, just an observation, but yeah. As we do it every episode, we pull questions from the game of questions, The Secrets of the Opposite Sex app, which you can download on Apple App Store. So, the first question we have for the people tonight: how important is it to establish boundaries early in a relationship regarding what kind of behavior is appropriate? So, how early on are you laying down the boundaries?
Day one.
You said day one.
Day one.
You got time to waste time, baby. I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Okay.
And don't waste my time. So
Fair
that's
point.
it. Day one.
I'm gonna set no boundaries. I want to just watch you move. Like you should know what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. If I gotta tell you certain things, I'm just gonna watch you. Then we'll leave from there. Like, oh, this is how she moves.
How is somebody supposed to know your expectations if
No,
they
it's
don't know you?
I'm watching how you move as an individual. I'm not coming out there saying you can't do this and you can't do that. And I don't. Nah, it's basic situation. You should know how to present yourself and how to move. So I'm not coming out the gate with certain boundaries. Like I don't want to see you talking to this person like that, or I'm not doing none of that. You should know some of these things off the rip. We adults. You've been in multiple relationships, or maybe one or two. You should know enough.
So being an adult is being psychic too. All right.
Basic stuff. You don't know some basic type of things not to do.
But sometimes I don't think it's about being basic. I think a lot of times it's about communication. And if you can communicate to her, it doesn't have to be, I don't want you doing this, I don't want you doing that. But it'd be like, hey, I was out and I saw you did this or you did that. I think it's a way that you approach a situation that made you feel uncomfortable. Because I feel like I'm only going to tell you one time. So if I tell you one time and you continuously are doing the same thing, that's a problem. But if she really just don't know, because if she was dating Junebug and Junebug really didn't care what she was doing, now she dating Nico and Nico does care. So it's kind of like you have to teach people how you would like to be treated. Everybody's not the same. So if you're looking at every woman and thinking like, oh, you should know. I don't look at
certain things you should know though. Certain things you should know if the rep you're not gonna do. Like
Certain things like what? Be specific.
Actually, I feel like there's levels to boundaries.
Okay.
Like not all boundaries are the same. So like simple stuff like I don't know, not smoking in the house. That's a light level boundary versus like how you talk to me when we get in an argument. So
Well,
like
how you talk to somebody in an argument, I feel like is an important boundary to
I
set
mean
early
that's
on.
true too, but like there's just certain boundaries that I feel like we'll discuss later on if we continue to date. But if not, it's like I don't want to go into it and be like, hey, here are the rules, and that sounds like a dictatorship than like actually like dating.
With what you were saying, Nico, because it's just like you said, there are just certain things that you should just know. Like people aren't psychic. You do have to tell them how to. You do have to tell them how to treat you, what's acceptable, because what you may allow or what may fly with you may not be what flies, in previous relationships, or they might have got away with it in previous relationships, but not with you. So you kind of got to have those conversations so people know how to move, right?
Just like Mike just said. You're not out here setting boundaries right off the rip. I'm seeing how you move as an individual. Character. This is who you are. If I see you talk to a waiter disrespectfully, I gotta tell you not to be rude to a waiter like real stink. If I gotta explain that to you. Come on. Certain things you shouldn't be doing to somebody. Shouldn't have to explain that to you. Because if I go on a date with a young lady and she's disrespecting the waiter, just rude and obnoxious, that's just who you are. Doesn't no matter if you date Junebone and Junebird thought it was okay. So you know how you think it's okay when you go out on a date with somebody? No.
Me personally, I just learned that there is an appropriate way and an inappropriate way to give a man a hug that you know out in public. So I was like yesterday years old. I didn't know. You're not supposed to give the two. You're supposed to come in from the left.
Nah.
I didn't know that. I was like,
2 pats on the back.
Not the
not really.
2 pats on the back.
That's it, and you got to get up out of there real fast.
Yeah.
That's too insecure, like too deep. Like, how that a tug was 2 seconds too long. That's somebody who just really insecure about themselves. It's like counting the hugs, how long you hugging somebody. We all know the hug that we all talking about here, right? We all know the hug we talking about.
Infamous hug.
The infamous hug.
Heard around the world.
No.
A regular hug, I'm not beefing about no regular hug.
Nah, don't. A hug where you wrapping around their neck and stuff, that's a little intimate.
Come on now. Like we come on, let's not act like we don't know. Come on now.
Does it make a difference if the person is like if the person is gay, if there's not any like they wouldn't be attracted to you in any way? Does that make a difference? Or is it only when it's when you're attracted to the person, or that person, you know, could be somebody that you would date, or somebody would have a question about if you would be dating this person?
Obviously, things gay people do, like gay men, right? So a gay man and a girl would do. It's not the same as a straight guy, a heterosexual guy. It's not the same thing.
So it's not for every man. All rules don't apply to every man.
Off the rip, like a regular dude, and he picking you up, like he giving you that hug, that his mouth next to your neck. That come on.
I don't know, because I'm very secure in myself, but I've been around some gay men who are like 6'5" cock diesel motherfuckers, where it's like, all right, that's a little, you know, like damn, a sexy ass dude hugging your girl all intimately is gonna make you feel away.
So for you, all rules apply to men, period, across the board.
Yeah, because it's like you never know what your girl could be attracted to. Because I've dated women where I look at their ex and I'm like, ain't no way, but that's who she was into at the time. And then vice versa, where I'm like, damn, you went from him to me, like, okay. So it's just, you never know at times. And so even like for a guy, I'm sure if you see us hugging a girl and we're like doing that slow, intimate hug and she kissing us on the cheek or something, or we kiss her on the forehead, you're going to be like, damn, that's a lot. Like, that's real intimate.
Wild.
Yeah, like a forehead kisses, that's diabolical.
That's wild. Forehead kiss?
Lifted off the floor is, I mean.
That's close to the same level, damn near. You're right there.
That's why you keep it at the 2 pats on the back.
Come in from the left.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Get up out of there.
Y'all know how y'all hug the person that's like, yo, where my hug at? Y'all know the hug that y'all give them.
Exactly.
Oh, y'all out. Okay. Good to know, Tim. All right.
How you giving hugs?
I mean, it depends on the person that I'm hugging. Like, if there's no intimate feelings, like, I'm gonna hug you however it's in my spirit to hug you. I don't know. If I done been drinking a little bit of wine, I might be real extra, because that's how I am. When I drink, I have a little wine flowing. You know what I mean?
Even with
I love everybody after that. You know?
Even with your partner right next to you?
Yeah. If you're my partner, then I picked you for a reason, and that means you should be secure with me, and you should know me better to know I'm not gonna do no disrespectful shit like that in your face.
Or
behind your back, but I'm not doing nothing crazy if you're my partner. So I would imagine you should be insecure. You should be secure if you're my man.
How you hug somebody when your partner's around, when someone's not around, is two different. I'm sure.
No, it's the same thing. Whether my man is around or not, I'm giving the same energy. So
if a friend come that you ain't seen so long, right? Same thing, pick you up. Oh, are you pushing down like whoa, chill, my man here, or you gonna let him scoop you up?
And my feet might leave the ground. I don't know. They might. And when he put me down, this is my man. This is
You don't care about that. You don't care about that. Why is he scooping you up? He don't need to pick you up.
I'm little. I'm exactly 5'2.5" on a good day.
He can bend down and scoop you
up.
So every time you give a hug, you get picked up?
Not every time, but most
Exactly.
times.
So don't
If
say
they
all
make it a me,
little. Don't
At
make
this
don't
point,
make that a little excuse.
at this point, you need to dap them up.
oh my, not that.
It don't
Yeah,
matter.
What? No, give me this.
you know,
Get a special handshake or something. I don't know. Figure it out.
yeah.
That's stuff there. Have that. But honestly, I don't know that I would date somebody who would be offended by that, because then that would make me feel like that's a sign of insecurity, and I don't want to do that.
Because I feel something is crossing the boundary and make me insecure. That's just something I don't want to see my girl doing. Some dude pick her up like right in front of me, especially if it's not someone that could have. Maybe she don't know that could have a vibe for her. Maybe you ain't give him a chance, but y'all cool. So he gonna see you like and pick you up. So that'll make me insecure because I don't want to see no man picking up my girl.
I get that, but as long as there's no sexual like energy, like there's
You
no
might not give it.
disrespect. But someone just like a simple like, hey, I ain't seen you in a minute, and my feet might come on the ground, and that's it. It ain't no like all up on me,
You
like it's
might not
nothing
think.
crazy.
Sometimes people try to, some people don't realize somebody else's energy, right? So you might not think it's that because you know them, but as a man, you can sit back and watch somebody energy. It can be misread, but a man gonna feel how you feel. Like, damn, nah, he giving her that gaze while he picking her up. Like, yeah, what's up, Taj? And,
Oh,
and
light skin eyes.
Okay, that's a lot. Like,
you know what I mean? Like, you might not see, you might see it as regular because he might do it to you all the time. So you might, oh, that's just my friend. He always gives me a hug like that. But as a man coming and watching, like, don't matter if you spin around like, oh, this is my boyfriend. I don't give a fuck about that shit you just said to me. Why are you giving you a hug like that? Like, you might not see it, but a man might see it differently. So don't make him insecure because of that. Because you might not see it.
I understand exactly where you're coming from. However, I feel that it takes two to tango. So it don't matter what that other man may feel about me. If I look at you like a friend, you're a friend. You're in a friend zone. You're not getting out of that box. And if you're my man, you shouldn't care how a man may pick me. Well, I mean, I get the disrespect. I get the disrespect. I hear you. I hear you.
All right.
But at the same time, I'm leaving with you. You my man. So it shouldn't matter what anybody will come up here and do if I'm leaving with you.
Okay, so if a girl do the same, if I pick a girl up in front of you,
listen, you got
with
one look. I'm telling you, you got one to the left, pat. Hey, this my girl, this shawty.
So now you telling me
hold on 1 second, and then she going about her way. Now she double back and keep doubling back. It's like, girl, who you want? You want me, him, or you want both of us? Because which one is it? Because at this point, you becoming aggravating. And now I'm going to have to check you. And I'm going to have to check him. Well, I'm going to just give him a look. That look is, you better check her before I do.
I'm doing the hugging, though. If I pick her up in front of you, you going to what?
Why are you picking somebody up in front of
me? I'm leaving with you. I'm using you. I'm leaving with you, though.
So you're trying to be a villain. Right.
No, I'm leaving with you. That's what you just said. Why my man worrying about how somebody hugged me if I'm leaving with him? No. I'm leaving with you though.
But if you're with me, that's actually diabolical.
I'm just
another chick. That man came in here solo dolo, didn't know.
On a mission.
With a chick, and then you pick up another chick. You're trying to get left at the situation. You're trying to get left. I'd be like, you gonna be with Shawty because I be damn, you're not gonna embarrass me.
It's the same thing. It's the same.
Like you picking her up and twirling her around.
Okay, swinging is crazy.
Swinging is wild. Like
it's
I'm just
same thing.
It is wild.
It's the same thing.
And you swing her to your house because I'm not going there.
It's the same thing. See how you don't like that? All that.
You know, what they say it is between men and women and stuff like that. It's the
double standards.
Don't do it out rules. Type
shit. Type shit.
The next question: what's the most inappropriate thing a date has ever said or done on first date? Everybody sips wine? All right.
Nah, not on the first date. That's
like a first date.
Yeah, something inappropriate that people have done. I've had people get real out of pocket.
Tell us.
Oh, that bitch on my first date. Like,
we listening. Tell us.
All ears.
Maybe.
You got to type. Go ahead, Tosh.
No.
Damn.
Well, absolutely the fuck. Nah.
No judgment.
This was a long time ago. So I was in DC. So this had to be like 10 years ago. I met him at a pool party for maybe it was like Memorial Day or something like that. And there was a girl working the bar and it was packed. But she would only serve the dudes. Like she would look me dead in my face and be like, next to somebody who came after me. So the dude actually saw her doing it. So he was just like, yo, I got it. Just what you want. I got it. And so he got me and my friends drinks. And while we were waiting for her to make it, we just started chit-chatting. He seemed normal. So he was just like, can I take you out on a date? And I was like, sure. That was nice. He didn't have to do that. He seemed cool. So I gotten home maybe like a week later and I walked through the door and he texted me and he was just like, hey, have you eaten today? And I was just like, no, I just got home. And he was just like, so we live close together. So why don't I just come get you and we can go to this place? And I was like, okay. Usually I don't let anybody pick me up. And I wish I hadn't let him pick me up, but I did. So I tell him the address. So before he gets there, like he had all these little red flags. Like the first thing he said was like, okay, I put in my GPS. You're only 10 minutes away, but I'll be there in 7 because I got the fastest car on the road. And I was like, unnecessary detail because who asked? But whatever. Okay, maybe you're trying to flex. So I get in the car. Next red flag. We drive into the place and a song comes on and he was like, yeah, I'm a music producer. And I was like, okay, well, you produce anything that I would know? And he was just like, and turned it up. And I was like, but I thought Kanye, you produced Kanye, but maybe I don't know, child. I was like, oh, okay. We got to the restaurant. And he was like, I need you to treat me a certain type of way. I'm a certain type of nigga. I'm a special type of nigga. So you got to treat me a certain type of way. You can't just be treating me like how you treat these other niggas. And I was like, oh my, okay. You're special. Got it. And then he was just like, well, put your hands on top of mine. And he said, I just want to ask you 2 questions. And we just sitting there. And I'm like, you going to ask the questions? And he was like, I just did. And I'm like, to yourself? Like, who did you ask the questions to? So at that point, I called an Uber under the table. And I was mad because I was really hungry. And I did not even get to eat my food because I was just like, let me get the fuck about it.
That's
so, I got up because it was just, everything was just odd. The moment we sat down, it was just cuckoo. So I got up from the table and I was just like, you know what? It was nice to meet you. I even left some money because I was like, fuck this. I don't want no energy. I don't want no parts of this. I got up and left. I was like, it was nice to meet you. I don't think this is going to work. I don't think this is for us. So, good luck. I'm going to just get an Uber home, And on the way out, he was like, fuck you. You ain't that bad anyway, bitch. And I was like, oh, got it. Got in my Uber. And he texted me like, yo, had a good time. Hope we could do it again. What? Blocked. Like, I blocked. So everything about him was inappropriate. So, yeah, I've had some crazy situations. Y'all ain't had none of that, huh?
Girl, I can't come behind you even if I did have a story.
Nobody said or did anything inappropriate on the first date with y'all?
Oh yeah, for sure. Make sure she don't watch this episode. So like when I first moved to DC, I was like right out of college, so probably like 23 years old. So I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. I'm from the middle of pretty much like nowhere, big city, small town type of place. So like I got to DC and I thought I was the flyest thing. I had the top hat, suspenders, like the button-up shirt, tattoos showing. So I thought I was just super fly. And like, so I met this girl. We ended up going to this place called Copper Canyon, which I thought was one of the flyest restaurants in the world. And while we're at Copper Canyon, it's like real nice, like the fire pit. It's all dim lit. And like I said, I was fly. So I'm hitting her with like the best jokes I got. I'm talking about everything. Like she's laughing. I'm having a good time. I'm like, this is going really well. And mind you, I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. So I don't know a lot of stuff. I don't know a lot of city stuff. And we're having a good time. So towards the end of the day, she asked me if I want to bump. And I didn't know what that was. So I'm like, yeah. Like I'm thinking she's talking about like, B2K bump, bump, bump. She pulled out her little necklace, poured some in her hand, and right at the table, not even in the bathroom, right at the table, just like took the whole thing. So that's how I found out what a bump was.
Nah, first she sound mad old. A bump, that's like some old slang. That's just you.
I mean, I did have a thing for the older women, especially when I first moved up here.
She was older. That's definitely like some late 80s, early 90s. Wow, like that slang is such an old.
We do caviar bumps down here, so I still, I mean, but it's a caviar bump. But
Yeah, like she like that right at the table. And she was like, "You want some?" I was like,
oh,
"Nah."
party over. Cut the cameras.
Yeah, right at the table. I was like, "Oh, you wow, you a crackhead."
Wow. In front of everybody. Wow. All right.
Yeah,
She did ask first.
I mean that was polite. I mean, I appreciate her asking, just in case I was into it.
She didn't just pop it out. She did ask, like, yo.
Yeah, like thank you for being considerate.
She got a couple of cool points. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you another inappropriate. I had this girl take her Invisalign out at the table. Like that's mad inappropriate on the first date. And she did a slurp thing, like she that thing. I was like, oh yeah, you wow.
That is nasty. Not the slurp.
Yeah, like and they put it on a napkin right at the table. I was like, she ain't even excuse herself.
Yeah, you gotta excuse yourself for that.
Oh my.
That's out of pocket.
Extremely.
Y'all got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Tag out.
Y'all ain't got nothing. Nothing in the arsenal. Nothing.
Y'all lucky.
Right. Because I'm just
Must be
like,
nice.
Nothing
Yeah.
like she said, nothing that they did that stood out. Like,
Ain't
oh
nobody
yeah,
doing
I'm
nothing
never seeing her again.
Dude, I had someone bring a baby on the first date.
what?
Yeah, brought her whole baby.
Nah,
Her baby.
bro.
Mike, you
Yeah.
got stories.
Finding these women.
Yeah.
What do you fish?
Nah, I haven't even been online dating. Like that's the crazy part. They just be out in DC in these DC streets.
Baby.
What's that,
Yeah.
South DC or something?
The crazy part, I met her at Park, and that's supposed to be like an upscale
Oh.
like lounge area. Nah, her babysitter
Wow.
canceled. Yeah, her babysitter canceled. She pulled up.
She really like
Nah,
you.
man.
You know what?
Nah.
Yeah,
How old was the baby? It don't matter, but how
This was
old?
a little baby, like, and this baby wasn't like home trained. Like, we ended up going to Chili's, and this baby was like bad as hell, eating red sauce with his hands and stuff, had it all on his shirt. People looking at me like I'm the daddy. I'm like, nah, I ain't with him. This looking bad.
Oh, that's tough.
Mike out here picking them crazy. Mike just throwing a dart at the board and landed on him. You know what I mean? Mike out here, wow. Mike just throwing a dart at the ball. Whoever named the land on, that's the career you're going out with.
Man, listen, I used to have a wild time, especially when I got single again. Oh yeah, like that's the thing. When you've been in a relationship, then get back into the dating scene, that shit is rough.
Indeed. So, what are some early warning signs that a relationship is turning toxic?
Your feet swinging off a hug.
Now,
Listen, these hugs just taking us out. That's right.
Trying to tell you,
That's where it starts. You heard
the
it.
signs was there.
I know that hug. We used to play. I know that hug. I give those out. I give those hugs out.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Walk in a spot, you see a girl. I'm like, all right. Like, I was in the club the other day, not too long ago. So girl like, oh, I know you. She's with some dude. I don't know if, but she like, oh, I know you. I'm all, what's up? She was like, hey, I follow you on the gram. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? She was, and then she just kept. And he's standing close on top of her, like, but she's still leaning over, like, giving me mad, like, action. Like, I'm like, all right, cool. And we just talking. I'm like, I can't be her. I can't be her man. So before she left talking to me, she turned around, gave him the finger, like, give me a minute, and turned around and kept talking to me. I'm like, damn, this can't be the first date. I'm like, because she must not be feeling him at all.
Clearly, because what?
Damn, that's cold.
That is.
Exchange numbers and everything.
What?
Damn.
In front
Damn.
of him?
Right in front of him. She turned around.
Any way to the dude went to the bathroom? Nothing, just in your face. Like,
I gave him the finger, like, give me a minute. I'm busy here.
that's cold.
And he just like,
but you took the number though. Are you
you guys did
Like,
with me?
damn.
She'll do it with you, that means she'll do it to you.
Nah.
That's true
Nah.
too.
Listen, some
True.
people know who they can play with.
My goodness.
She was bad. Yeah, I don't know him.
She would have had to walk home. Because first of all, you're not finna sit up there and tell nobody, oh, we follow each other on Instagram. Pull her by a motherfucking ponytail. Like what? Find somebody to play with. And that's what I would have told her right then and there. I would have embarrassed her.
How do you distinguish between a rough patch in a relationship and a toxic pattern that needs to be addressed?
I'll say our frequency, like how often is this thing happening? Like whatever the rough
Mm.
patch is. Like if it's just it'll happen one time, and we talk about it, we move past it. But if you start to show a pattern of doing the same toxic thing,
So you say patterns, and I say basically the communication aspect of it, because a rough patch is, let's talk about it. But if you continuously doing it, and then if I bring it up again, and then now you're projecting or you're trying to make me feel like I'm, I don't know, insecure because I'm calling you out on certain things. And now you're not trying to basically hear me. You're trying to argue with me about something that I feel like is a violation of my boundaries. Now I feel like this is getting toxic because now you just don't want to change and you're trying to project that on me. I don't like that. So I think that's when it done went toxic and I gotta go.
yeah, I agree with that. I think that also, just piggybacking on that a little bit is how you respond in the communication. Like I think that was a big important part of what you said. Like if I bring it up to you and it turns into an argument, like me discussing how something makes me feel shouldn't turn into disrespect.
Correct.
Like if I'm bringing it up to you and I'm just like, hey, this is how you've been lately. You haven't been communicating with me, or I feel like we're distant. Like what's going on? And you're like, fuck you or whatever, and mad aggressive. Then it's like, damn, what's really the issue here?
Sometimes we just annoy some of the red flags.
What is a behavior that you feel like you could have potentially overlooked? Like you saw it and it made you angry the first time you saw it, but you were like, all right.
Someone who's very selfish, that's a big turn off for me. Because we all have our own selfish moments here and there, right? So none of us is perfect. But when it starts to be, this who you are. Like you're a very selfish individual. Just the way you think, just is about me, 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 me. Yeah, that's what it's. I've seen it, but I'm like, that was something minor. We all have our moments. That was minor. But when it starts to become a thing, it's like, okay, this is just who you are.
Shit, for me, it's definitely somebody that uh is always late. Like to me, I feel like if you don't respect my time and you're always late, I feel like that's a toxic thing that in the beginning, all right, you were 10 minutes late to the date, 15 minutes late to the date. I kind of look past it. But then after a while, it starts becoming a pattern of you're always late. Then I'm like, all right, you just don't respect my time.
You don't think some people got poor time management? Some people really got.
Nah,
Don't matter if it's you, the family,
no,
they just late people. I just know people.
nah, because people could make like if you could be on time for your friends, like
No, I'm talking people
for
who
women,
just they just late to everything. Some people just
nah.
late to everything.
Then to me, I feel like you don't respect anybody's time. Like I feel that's selfish because like
Exactly.
if you
That's
want someone to be
exactly
on time for you, then you gotta be on time for me. So it's like if you could be on time for your friends, like if she can show up to her girl's birthday dinner or they going to brunch and they can make sure they on time for brunch, but you can't be on time for me. It's like damn, I must not be that important. And vice versa. Like if I can make time to go hang out with my boys and I can be on time at this, that, and the third, but yet when it comes to you, I'm always late. Like after a while, you start being like, okay, in the beginning, you give the excuses like, okay, you getting your makeup done or, it takes a little longer. But after a while, it starts being like, damn, you just always late. Like,
Mhm.
and like you said in the beginning, we grown, we adults. You know how to time manage a little bit better.
Cara, what you thinking? I see
Because she
your
had a
face.
couple oomph.
Is that you?
That was,
No, I'm never late. No, I don't play about time. I don't know about other people's time. I must be. I ain't gonna say. But anyway, but no, I don't play about time. I unfriended a girl because she was always late. She wanted to hang with me, but when I would give her a particular time, she would want to hit me up maybe an hour or 2 hours after that time. Girl, find somebody to play with.
Hour, 2
Yeah.
nah,
hours.
that's just
Too much.
disrespectful.
Like if I have reservation, and I'll be playing by my restaurants.
Show don't. Mm-mm.
So if I say reservations are at 7:30, baby, I mean 7:30. I don't mean 7:15. I don't mean 7:45, 8 o'clock. No, because when they be like, "Is your party here?" Yes, we're here, and
Mhm.
I'm not gonna try to accommodate you if you bring your ass late. And a matter of fact, I'm not even responding to you if you come late. I don't play that. So guys know better to play with me about time because I be telling them, unless you tell me that you're, what I'm saying, you're running late 15 minutes, I'm gonna give you grace. But after that, you're trying it.
Especially if you're not communicating. If you hit me up and you let me know, hey, I'm stuck in traffic or
Say
such and
something.
such is happening, I could be like, all right, I understand. Especially living in the city, it's gonna be some traffic. So I'd be like, oh, you trying to find parking? Like, okay, I understand that. But if it's just cold silence and you just show up super late, I'm be like, damn,
And then if you show up looking a mess, ooh, that's gonna
dude,
really
like,
because you could have
damn.
What was you
you could
Nothing.
have showed up putting that shit on, but if you show up looking like a bum, oh
Yeah,
baby, I'm really
like
gonna
damn, you ain't even blended in. Like your shit showing. Like that's wild.
over
She
with.
done
Like, what
left the
was you
leaves out.
doing? Yeah.
Your eyelash ain't even on all the way. Like damn, you wild.
Shirt wrinkled,
That
looking like
plays a factor too.
no.
That plays a factor. Like you ain't even put no heels on. Like you just showed up to the date just wearing any old thing. Like damn, what was you really doing?
Makeup not even blendy for her. You gotta let her go, Mike. You gotta let her go.
I'm telling you, how somebody dresses on the first date is very important. Like that
Facts.
could be very inappropriate too. Yeah, because like for us, if you come to the first date and you got something that's like way too sexy, it's like, yo, we had a regular dinner, like, you know what I mean? You got the club fit on, like everything's just hanging out.
listen? Yeah, you gotta come appropriate.
Yeah,
You
like
gonna bump into you out here. Sis, where you going?
yeah, like we doing some casual shit, like we doing something casual, like either a movie or just like a regular cafe or something. Yeah, you can wear something real casual. But if you showing up to a nice thing, you got a bonnet on, or you just looking wild. Not saying that it happened. I'm just saying, like you came looking real crazy. It's like, yo,
Pack
like
her up.
if dude came to the date and he got the do rag with the tie in the front, you'd be like, damn, dog, you got your do
Absolutely.
rag. And then what if the nigga ain't even got no waves? He got do rag and no waves. You'd be like, yo, what's up with your man?
Do rag in no ways.
Yeah, like it's troubled ties in his head, and he showing up with a do rag on. Like, yo, you wildin'.
So question is there inappropriate dressing when your partner's going out places without you?
Yes.
Damn.
Yes. Yes. I
That's
have
not
a
the question.
I have a thing, and say what y'all want, say what you will. I do not like for my man to go around in the gray Nike Tech fleece.
Damn.
Come on, now.
It's winter.
What's outside? Like,
What if it's cold out?
Come on, now. Come on.
They
no.
mad comfortable too.
Gray sweats, that's
Come on.
crazy. Don't wear no gray sweats outside. You wear gray sweats in the house.
Okay.
If you be walking outside, be like, where you think you're going?
Okay.
You better put some
So,
clothes
so y'all never leave the house in like y'all little house dress thing with a muumuu or something.
Oh, like the little slip type
Yeah.
sheer thing.
Or the sweatpants that's hugging y'all a little too tight
Yep.
in
Yep.
front and back areas. Come on now.
Like we wasn't just in sundress season.
wear it. Like if you got a reason to wear the gray, don't you? Boy.
Okay. Because that to me is like the equivalent of a girl going outside without wearing a bra.
Y'all don't wear a bra every time y'all go out.
I mean, it's the shirt is like you can visibly see my nipples. I'm going to wear a bra.
Yeah. Or covers.
Well, I feel like maybe I'm speaking like we're grown. I'm like girls in their 20s. They got the nipples out. Like you could just see them through the shirt. So maybe I'm too old for that conversation. I guess it depends on who you dating. Because some people just got the girls on display. Like, hey.
It's just, to me, it's time and place for everything, right? It's a time and place for everything. We, like Mike would say, we go at a restaurant. Don't be wilding with the clothes. Like, don't be half naked, titties out, ass out. Like, you can wear something sexy and still be covered. Please, like come on now. Time and place. We got a beach. Yeah, what up?
Yeah, beach is cool.
Restaurant. We going out to a museum. We going to a Broadway. Come on, time and place for everything. Like, I don't want to see y'all like that. I don't want to see y'all.
So Nico, say for instance, you at a beach, right? Would you have a problem with your girl wearing a thong bathing suit?
If she with me, don't wear the granny around me and then go out when I'm not around. if you got an ass, man gonna see regardless. We gonna see it, right? But you know, I mean, you with me, but don't be sexy without me. Don't be out and then wearing the granny panty because I'm telling you, trying to be respectful to me. Don't wear that. Come in your
the Walmart pack, the 3-pack draws. Like,
I'm confused because you're saying around you be sexy, but then you want
to time and place. Like on the beach, fine.
On the beach, okay. So now it's location.
Facts, yeah.
Time and place. Like if you're on the beach, you know, we bra and panties damage. You're in a bikini. But if you're at a restaurant, I don't want you to be ass and titties out at the restaurant. We're going to a Broadway play. I don't want you to ass and titties out at a Broadway play.
She just
That's
needs
like
to dress for the occasion.
yeah,
No,
that's like you in Atlanta, so you know like a nice Atlanta restaurant versus like you going to I don't know Papa Do's or something. You be like, all right, Papa Do's, you going to just wear some sweatpants there. Versus you going to this nice midtown restaurant where you know people are gonna be dressing kind of fly. So same with your man. You wouldn't want your man to come to a nice sit down restaurant with a tank top on and some sweatpants. You'd be like, damn, dog, like he ain't even put no effort into it. And he was 15 minutes late. You'd be like, damn. But definitely what he said. Don't be wearing the like even when it comes to like lingerie. If you in the house, don't be wearing like the grannies all the time with me. But then you go on your girl trip and you packing the good shit.
Not you packing the good shit.
Yeah, that's why we signed up for Fenty. Like you can't wear the Fenty around us. Like that's cold.
I feel like taking them off anyway. So I feel like if I wore a
I
freaking
mean, yeah,
shirt, it's not gonna be on.
yeah, but you still want a presentation. That's like you gonna eat your food, but you still want it on a nice plate. You want to present it a certain way.
Ah,
Saying y'all want intimacy and foreplay. Like that's part of the foreplay is the
hey,
presentation.
speak on the mic. Speak
mm,
on the mic.
all right. A word. A word. Hmm.
Noted.
All right.
Like
So, what's the behavior in intimate relationships that you think is often overlooked or excused but shouldn't be?
Respecting each other's time, even when you're in a relationship.
Mm.
Um, I think remembering to do the little things. The quality time that you spend with each other. Dating. Shit. When you get in a relationship, don't mean you stop going out, and don't mean you spend all the time in the house. Like just because we're in a relationship, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna say the key word that stands out to me is intimate. So I'm more so thinking you worrying about you finishing before me. Because I feel like men, y'all like that. But women, it takes us a little bit more time, not unless you're that dude. So if you know what I'm saying, you get there and it's just like, all right, I'm going to sleep. Don't be bad if you
Still,
hear
instant.
Sound like a
because it's
barbershop
like,
in the room.
Wake me up.
nah,
Yeah.
you sleep. You should have
You
been.
have opportunity. You finish the job.
Now
Like
it's
using up all the batteries.
I'm saying, if you sleep,
Okay.
I'm not
I
sleep.
want to get waked up too. Wake me up. I could
No,
have had a long day. Give me a 10-minute nap. I'm back on it.
there's no such thing as 10 minutes.
I'm mad again, but like, wake me up.
I
I'll
think
wake you up.
Oh, we know y'all gonna wake us up. We know. Lord.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing about it.
Baby.
Y'all, that's one thing about it. Y'all gonna get y'all, but y'all are patient to make sure we get ours most of the
Nah,
time. And because it's not always as easy for us as it is for y'all. And a lot of times it's just like, well, I got to the top. Nice.
Yeah, should have got yours.
Okay. I'm like, well, you should have made me get mine, because that's how that works, right? Right. I made you get yours. I helped you. So help me out now, child. Help me out.
I'm telling you.
So are y'all
teamwork.
communicating that though?
Teamwork.
You should know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
but
you
that's
know
where
you're
it goes
doing
back
it
to what you're
wrong, like
saying.
you should know you didn't complete the
Ain't you?
job. So what you
No,
gonna
but I'm
do?
saying like that's where it goes back to where in a relationship sometimes a lot of us dudes might get comfortable and where we're like, okay, you seem like you enjoying it and everything, and you kind of like I don't say get into a routine, but it's like communicating those things to be like, hey, you need to do better, or make sure you're doing more of this. That's just like certain intimate acts. When you're in a relationship, you kind of stop doing as much, and you forget to be like, hey, those are the things that you really enjoy. So tell me, to tighten up, do that more.
Like, it's about pleasing that person. Like, I feel like my dad doesn't watch this, but you should want to make sure that your partner arrives. But I feel like that should be
Right.
both ways. If I was a man, I would make sure, or I would really try my hardest at any time to either, well, for one, learn my partner, learn what they like. Everyone is not the same. Me and Tasha probably have different things that make us get to
Facts.
where we gotta go. So it's your job as my partner to learn what that is because I'm going to learn you. I'm going to ask you what you like because I'm not going to think you just like JJ, who I was just dating. He may like something that you don't like, but
Junebug. Hey,
Junebug.
I'm just saying, you know. So I feel like, but as a man, it should be, I don't know if should be something in y'all group chat. Like, she come first, I came last. Who said that? Somebody said it in a song, and I was like,
I mean, yeah, that's always the goal. That's always important. I'm talking about just getting away from doing certain acts. So like, let's say in the beginning, your man always going down all the time, then he's not going down as much. He don't think about it until you tell him like, hey, I really enjoy when you go down. So can you get back to doing that? And he might be like, oh shit, you're right. I just haven't thought about
Be human.
nah, because I feel like that's something that you should enjoy to do anyway with me.
So you
But
so you think
see,
that you give your man the best every time? Like you never
exactly,
like there's never no fall off at all?
exactly. No slip up. Like, oh, I'm tired. Like, stop it. Men might not complain about it, but y'all be slacking. Y'all be
Women do
slacking.
be slacking.
Too.
It went from every day
But
to
did
now only
your
on the
train
birthdays.
still get to the station is the question. And
So what happened?
the
But
train
I feel
usually gets
like
to the station.
No.
but I feel like that's a cop out a little bit. Like
That's a cop out because
that's a little bit of a cop out.
not every nut is a good nut. Just because
Why?
I nut
You're
is a
right.
nut.
Facts.
That's the
Because
definition. And I deny it.
nah, because like
Just because I
that's
nut is
like
a time. So
that's like
women,
saying flying Spirit. Like if you fly Spirit versus flying, I don't know, American
Delta.
Airlines. Just because I got on Spirit, don't mean it was the best flight ever. Versus American Airlines, when I got the front seat and everything with the leg room, extra leg room. You know what I
facts,
mean? So just because I arrived, don't really mean nothing.
facts.
Like let's be real, men are simple. It only takes a couple tugs and we there. We be like, she.
But just how women got levels to the climax, so do men.
Yeah.
So
That's
do men.
just like with foreplay. For us, you just wearing some lingerie automatically turn us on. Be like, boom, we're ready to go. Versus like for y'all, it's a little bit more, the kissing, the touching, the talking. It's all of those things that
Men
help you
need that
get to
too.
that point.
Men need that too. Men need that
You need
too.
that, Nico?
No, men
It's
need.
true, but I'm saying like ours is super easy though. Like it don't take much work for real.
Yeah, but you still need to build up same way like men do too. Women think it's just a women thing. Men need the touching, the rubbing, the hand across the chest, the neck. Same thing.
Yeah,
Same
because
thing.
I think people forget that men have orgasms too. They think we just get a nut and that's it. It's like nah, there's
Levels.
orgasms too.
Because that's all y'all get. I'm just saying, I feel like y'all forget what a
Nah.
clitoris does. Because
So just because they nut don't mean, oh,
And we
you
could
arrived.
definitely fake a nut too. We
Thank
definitely fake
you. You
nuts.
arrived.
oh my god. Okay.
That's
Almost
facts.
good.
Am I lying? It's
All
facts.
right.
Yeah.
Should have any one of you guys partners ever called y'all on the inappropriate behavior y'all have done, or the partner deemed that you was inappropriate and called you out on it?
You know
Like,
what? I won't say like it's been me, but this is something that I have seen. Um, I feel like it's inappropriate. I wouldn't want it done to me. It's like correcting your partner in front of your friends or their
Yep.
friends or in public. Like I feel like that's
Yep.
just like I don't care how pissed off you are with me. Like you better save that for the house. And I don't care how pissed off I am at you. I'm not gonna disrespect you and talk to you crazy in front of your friends. So like, let's not. Like that
Yep.
for me
I ain't
is
gonna tell you
like,
wrong till the end
oh,
of the
it
car.
makes me uncomfortable. And I
listen,
a lot of people do that. Like a lot of people feel comfortable checking their partner in front of other people, and I hate that.
yeah,
Like
that's nasty work.
Yep.
That's nasty work.
Yes.
I had a situation where a young lady I was dating for a while, and she never spoke to me like this. Like I was just so thrown back, right? So we came from this event. Her friend was there. I was there too. I was moving around, whatever. So once we linked up, whatever, we wound up leaving. So I'm dropping her friend off to the car, and she's talking to her friend like, yeah, blah blah blah. And then this nigga here, this is what she says to him. Everybody, and anybody of my friends know I don't like being called nigga, right? So she goes, and then this nigga here, I looked at her with the like, I'm like, you good? Like I just said, like, you good? And when I say I was fuming on the inside, I couldn't wait to drop her friend off and like black. Cause I'm like, you've never spoken to me. I'm like, for all the years we've known each other, I'm like, I never met this friend. I'm like, you get around this person, maybe that's how y'all talk. I'm like that shit just killed me in the inside. And she see it all in my face. She's like, yeah, I dropped the friend off. Soon I dropped the friend, I went probably like 3 cars down, pulled over. I'm like, yo, don't ever fucking call me that, yo. Like, don't ever, like, don't ever come out your face. I'm like, I don't call women bitches, so don't. That's how I feel like when a woman or anybody call me a nigga, like especially somebody that knows me, like you said, checking somebody. I'm like, yeah, I could have just barked at her there, but I'm like, nah, get your friend out. I gotta get this shit off my chest. Like, yeah, that was like super duper embarrassing and out of pocket.
Car, I see them wheels turning. What they turning? What you thinking about?
Well, in my former life, um,
Oh man.
okay, so I wouldn't even say it's hard, right? To my defense, it's like if we kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Like we kicking it heavy. We not like together. Like you're not like my man. So I feel like it's kind of I don't know how to introduce somebody that's like not my man because I always introduce people with a title. So I'm not sure how to not introduce. 'Cause it's like I never want to call nobody my friend because I'll be like, if we like that, you're not my friend because I know what I do with friends, which is nothing. So I have to, but now it's a learning lesson. Like I just have to introduce them as their name. Like, hey, I learning lesson. And then that was one thing. The other one was being out and running into somebody that you know and the other person buying you a drink.
Wait. But how did you introduce him if you wasn't giving them the title?
And we never got to that point.
Oh no! I thought you
introduced each other.
Oh, so you didn't even have to.
No, it was loud.
Buy you a drink. Like he bought you a drink while you was with somebody. Like you was with a dude and he bought you a drink.
Chill, Mike.
We listening.
I'm trying to put two and two together here.
Space? Is this a safe space?
This is a safe space. You right?
Okay.
I'm gonna sip my wine.
Lord.
Enough said.
They had to tell me like, nah, you
Moving.
was fucked up. So I was like, was it? I feel like everything was happening so fast, and then it was just like by the time I had a drink in my hand, I'm like, oh, you with somebody? See, I've been single too long. Because I'm just used to like, yeah, give me a woo. You feel me?
You ain't know him? You didn't know the other dude?
I did know the person who got me the drink. That's the person I didn't introduce him to either. But it wasn't like that though. Definitely not like that.
Y'all was friends.
Yeah,
that's your dog.
Yeah.
Like friend, like y'all ain't never did nothing together, friend, or like oh, then that don't matter. Like that's a free drink.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so that's saving me some money. Shit, that's one less drink I gotta buy.
That's the only time.
He don't want no man doing nothing.
Nah, we all friends at this point. Shots on him, my nigga. Right, what we doing? We going shot for shot? But that goes back to what you said before about at the end of the night, you going home with me. So it's like, yeah, go ahead, get her tipsy.
That's the only time we think she get drunk and he buying the drink.
Is he buying appetizers too? Like what's going on here?
I'm gonna be more cognizant moving forward. In my former life, I'll be mindful.
We know, girl. We know.
I'll be mindful moving forward with situations like that. Like if you around a dude, you run into somebody, ain't no buying no drink, like you know what I'm saying? A hug. Like it's
you ain't gonna do the side hug.
Yes.
No problem. At the end of the day,
side hug. Double two pats.
And I feel like if she really if she fuck with you, she'll tighten up.
Yeah.
Let her know that something is not right. She's gonna tighten up for you if you that dude. If not, she gonna be asking for the other dude Instagram right in front of your face.
No, if I'm the friend and you give me a side hug and you my dog, like Tasha give me a side hug, I'm like, oh, you being funny?
Okay, if she got to do right there,
she got to do it. She better.
Right, because do your own standards, Nico. Like
no, I said picking up like a regular hug is fine. But if you like my dog, like I rock with you, you give me a side hug, like that's shady. Like what we doing here?
Nico, I would give you a side hug. I'm sorry.
But 2 pats, don't do 3. Leave it.
Exactly. Because 3 is crazy.
3 is crazy. 3, you pushing it.
But I'm talking about that's your dog though. Like that's
Yeah. If
So
your
wait,
dog eat 2 pats and buy a drink, be good.
wait. So you don't have like you don't have no male best friends?
Do really good guy friends, but guess what? They're getting the pat.
You ever give a side hug to your male best friend?
No.
You get. I'm your best
I
friend.
got.
Side hug, we're not cool. Because I'm like you.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I got tons of female friends, and if they're with their man, I always dap them up and then talk to their dude because that's just.
Respect.
I don't know. That's just it's like a respect thing to him.
Brings me, but side hug is like you really don't fuck with me. Like,
But also because like I know I hang out with a lot of my female friends on just a one-on-one, so I don't ever want them to feel any type of way or feel like there's something going on. So when they see me in person, I just dap them up. You know, I might, like I said, do a side hug so that way they know, like, all right, he ain't really like
he ain't no threat.
he ain't playing the slow game because you know a lot of niggas play the slow game where they be trying to do, oh, I'm gonna be in the friend zone as soon as she crying and all that. Now he's sliding in there to be like, I knew he wasn't shit.
Get it. Like I have a lot of women friends as well. Like one of my best friends, she's a girl as well. Some women that I've dated not necessarily loved her because they assume, right? They just assume, like, oh yeah. This one time I'm at a fundraiser and I think I got a jug of drink or whatever, and someone took a video. One of my friends taking a video, so my best friend like grabbed it and like and drunk some from it, right? And like passed it back. It was in the video. So a girl that I was dating was pissed. Like, oh, so you just got bitches drinking your drink? I'm like, my best friend, like, she grabbed the drink, took a sip, like,
Nah, that's wild. That's wild. She sipped from your drink. Hey, yo,
That's a lot.
you wild.
That's a lot.
I'm trying to rock with you as you tell me the story. I'm like, all right, I'm with you, brother. Then you went on there. I'm like, yo, she sipped from your drink.
Right. Yup. Yeah, that's a lot.
Back wild. You don't even know where her mouth been. You wild.
That's a lot.
So that leads me to a question, Nico.
what's up?
If you in a relationship, what is too much for your girl best friend to be doing while you're in a relationship? Like, is she to be calling you after 9, 10 o'clock while you with your girl and you gonna pick up the phone and you gonna answer? You be like, oh, this my best friend, and then you gonna get up and walk into another room. Like, how do you
I'm
move?
into another room because I'm not hot
It's
enough.
another room.
You shouldn't even be
If you into another room, that's sketchy off the rip. You make it sketchy.
You
If you got
the lock is hot.
And because girls are listening, they can hear a woman's voice on the phone soon you pick up the phone. So if the phone loud enough and they can hear a woman on the background, I'm like, oh, excuse me, babe, let me go. Why are you even stepping to the next one? You make it sketchy, first off. And obviously, usually we don't speak on the phone like that. So if she's calling me on the phone, it probably is for a reason. So yeah, I'm not gonna see her phone and idiot like, oh my girl, I can't call you. I can't pick up after 9 like I'm some child. Like, call, pick up the phone. Like you said, I'm with you. You worried about somebody calling me? I'm with you.
So if she called and she was in distress, are you running to her? Like, I don't know, maybe her tire blew out, and
She got AAA.
Facts. You better find in the night. You better find in the night. But I'm sorry, my bad. Nico, what you doing? Are you coming to my aid with your girl right there?
I'm gonna
help you and your girl getting in the car and y'all want to go fix Shorty's tire.
You know your ass ain't getting in the car.
You're not getting in the car.
Change those girl's tire.
You're not getting in that.
How that conversation even sound?
That's my real friend.
Hey, baby, we about to go change my homegirl's tire.
Right.
Put the good sweatpants on.
You gonna leave your friend stranded? So like, you gonna leave one of your homegirls stranded?
Like, you know what? And you want
I wouldn't leave my homegirl stranded. I would call her Uber or something. But like when you're in a relationship, there is a certain inappropriate time where it's like calls after this time.
After 8.
If my girl got some niggas calling her after 10 o'clock, yeah, 8 o'clock is kind of early, but like 10 o'clock is kind of like.
It's different though for a man.
Double digits, okay.
It's a difference, right? Because what are you calling? What is she gonna do for you, right? Oh, You gonna call a man call your girl what to come change his tire? You know what I mean? Like it's a
She an
difference.
independent woman. She a strong black woman.
You get what I'm saying? What could you possibly need for a woman at 10 o'clock? Like she can come change your tire? Like no. You
So
get
that's what I'm
what
saying. So like,
I'm
so I try to treat it the same. So I'm trying to get her the same. Like if I don't want her to do it, then I ain't gonna do it.
But yeah,
saying?
that's real.
Nico,
It's
you
not
trying
like
to
if
get
my
packed.
sister call me. If my sister call me, I'm gonna
Now
go.
that's different.
Sister's different.
Yeah, like my sister, cousin.
But we like sisters. We like brothers and sisters. Like
Nah,
I'm not gonna leave her stranded. Like nah. Oh my
you're not
god.
gonna leave her stranded. You're calling AAA for her.
What if I ain't got AAA?
Where's
So
her dad?
you changing tires at 10 o'clock at night?
You ain't even handy. Not leaving. I tell you that. Find somebody to play with, Nico.
Then make
Sorry
it
to that woman.
Listen, man, that's my dog.
So this season we're having story time. This story is not one that was submitted. Usually it's like listener submitted, but this one is a story that I got from a friend and I thought was just crazy. And I had to share because I'm like, what happened? Okay.
It ain't me.
It's not no, it's not you. It's actually like, okay, so one of my guy friends was telling me that his guy friend went on a date and his guy friend was telling him like, I don't think I want to date any more women that have kids. And he was like, why? Like, what's that about? Because he's at an age where most people a kid
Yeah.
or so, you know what I mean? And he was like, I went on this date with this lady. She had 3 kids. Two of which were like pretty big kids or whatever, you know. And on the first date, he goes to the bathroom and comes back, said everything was cool on the date. He gets the check and he's looking at it like, yo, why is it so fucking high? Like, we didn't do that much. And he was like, can I get the breakdown of the bill? And it come to find out when he went to the bathroom, she ordered 3 more entrees and a dessert
To
on
go.
his check.
She.
And then when she questioned him about it, first of all, she didn't say nothing about it. She didn't even tell him she did it when he's just like, why is it so high? And then he brings it back and she's like, well, I have 3 kids. So what's wrong with you, making sure my kids eat tonight? Like that's crazy. Like she got defensive and they ended up getting into an argument and it just left such a bad taste in his mouth. He was just like, yeah, I don't need that drama.
That's something you speak about.
Yo, she.
Like the audacity is crazy.
Yo, that's bold. That's bold as hell.
Speak
Yeah,
about.
she got
Like that's wild. That's out of pocket. You out of pocket for that. That's something you speak about. Let me say yes or no. You just gonna order and sneak order though. Because
Sneak order.
Yeah,
That's the sneak
yeah.
order. It's not that she ordered it for him, I'm sure. It's still like you trying to sneak it by. I hope I was one of those guys that's gonna be like, hey, take the card. And because it sounds like she's done that before already. And the dude probably just ate it, right? Just like, I ain't even gonna say nothing. All right, cool, whatever. But you just can't do
What did he
that.
do? Did he pay for it?
I
That's
think
the
he
real
ended up eating the cost and just said fuck it.
Shit.
Like he
Hell
said they
no.
got into like a full blown like argument in
If
the
we
restaurant.
argue, it's over with. Like at that point in
Yeah.
time, call
It's
they
taken
daddy. I'm
over.
not they daddy. I don't give a damn if I knew you had 3 kids. I didn't know I was taking you plus your 3 kids out to eat. I'm trying to get to know you, not your
Wait.
3 kids. That's their daddy job to get to know them. That's not my job yet, and that's not my responsibility. So I am going to take care of your
portion.
food and this. And if you want to order your kids meals,
You got on your
then
own dime.
Because she easily could have said separate check, please. Like I want to order something
Yeah.
separate. She could have easily done that.
right.
You know what I
Basically,
mean?
y'all saying fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids. What? They're your kids. It's the first day. Like you didn't even know you gonna see this person again.
Yeah, that's wild.
The
I
whole
don't even know if I like you enough.
you and them kids, matter of fact. So
Absolutely. Because what?
But when she was gonna walk out like with the bag, she thought the nigga was gonna ask no questions like, "Yo, who bags is these?" Like,
Why you got mad bags? Like, because we already
Right.
finished speaking, right?
That's
And we
a
didn't
serious
ready to
fuck
go.
noise.
You was gonna say, "Nah, order some food." Like, but how are we just gonna sneak this by? Like, you really just gonna walk out with 3 bags? Like, sis, you only had a couple. Like, you finished your food. Like,
She could have peppered that in. You know what I
bad
mean?
to go.
Like
Yeah.
we talking like, oh my God, I totally forgot to feed my kids tonight, even though she would have looked wild, irresponsible.
Yeah,
But
Wow, irresponsible. Wow,
you look
irresponsible.
irresponsible anyway. Take your 3 plates home. Like
absolutely. It's crazy.
But what that got to do with me? Like, you ain't feed your kids. What that got to do with me? I ain't no stepdaddy. Like,
This is
be like, that's
day
why I ain't got no
one.
kids.
That's crazy.
that's
That's
wild.
crazy. Especially running it up at an expensive restaurant as it is. Because, you know, especially up here in New York, that shit is expensive.
Yeah,
Like 3 extra entrees? My God.
yeah.
Wait.
She got them little kids eating filet mignon. Oh, she tripping.
Chicken
Nah,
tenders.
she got the.
Chicken
Nah, she didn't
No,
even get them apples.
hell no.
like they were older, so I'm pretty sure they won't order in from the kids menu. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it was some little kitty macaroni
She
and
could have been
cheese
like,
and some
She got the
tenders or
tomahawk.
something.
She like, yo, give me that tomahawk. Let me get 3 of those.
nah. She would have been like, can we stop at McDonald's or something? Might have been like, all right, I'll get them a
That's
Happy
what
Meal.
You know what I mean? I ain't
I mean,
not,
even still, I might have been like, no, like, I'm not feeding your kids. Like,
I'm not mad at the
Feed them
McDonald's.
kids.
Like,
I'm
if
feeding
you
your
go like
kids.
that, but you
Like, what
ask,
level of dating are we at? Like, have I been to your house? Have you been to my house? Like, are we
No,
even on
that
that
was
level?
day one.
Hell no.
And then
Hell.
that shows you somebody's character, somebody's true colors out the gate. Like you gonna do some sneaky stuff. You'll wait till I go to the bathroom and
boundaries.
just act like I'm not gonna notice 3
The
extra
same shit
entrees,
me and Mike
chicken and
was saying.
dessert on my bill. It's
Same
She,
shit me and Mike was saying earlier. I gotta tell you
yeah.
that. I gotta tell you that.
Gotta pay attention to them red flags or
I gotta
she
something.
tell you
thought he
that.
was an easy lick.
Hey, don't be ordering food when I'm not here. Like, I gotta tell you that.
Hey.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's
What
real. Yeah, it's dead.
we talking about
It's
at this
dead.
point?
She said 3 kids. That should have been a red flag in itself. Like,
Especially
3 is kind of,
put a heart
that's
to
a
the
decent
family.
amount.
I'm not here to judge.
Yeah, that's a decent amount. 3?
That's a decent amount. That's a lot
That's
of mouths to feed.
a lot of mouth.
Yeah, that's a lot to work with.
The way these groceries set up,
Okay.
Inflation.
Okay. It's out of control. We're going to turn the tables. And since I've been asking y'all questions all night, y'all have the opportunity to pose a question to the group. What y'all got?
Oh, okay, I have a question. So, how do y'all greet people that y'all not in a relationship with? How do y'all sort them to the next person? Like, how do y'all greet them to the next person? Like, oh, this is such and such. When y'all not in a relationship. Kari just know how to say names. She just learned that. So, what
I
was you
did.
saying
I just learned
before?
that. I
What were you
did.
saying before though?
I really don't even use people's names. I use their location. So you would be New York.
What?
No, to somebody else.
And
I'm talking about we out together.
You
Like,
introduce them as this New York?
see, it would be like me attaching a name to you. That's like, oh my God. Like it's getting real. It's getting real personal.
I'm in front of you though. I'm with you. I'm right on the side of you. You're gonna be like, this is
What
New
you
York.
mean?
I mean, at that point, I guess I don't have no choice. But then, see, I'm a very private
Damn.
person as well. Because if we out, that means that I'm introducing you to somebody I know. I don't like people in my business.
Or you could just say hi and to them and just keep it pushing. To hi to the person that you saw, your friend or whatever. Oh, hey, what's up? How you doing? And keep it pushing. Not even
I've
introduce.
done that too. I've done that.
But if you introducing them, what do you say?
I mean, now I have to call you by your name. I'll be like, this Nico. This.
Oh, you don't even want them to know the name.
Damn.
I don't want you to know.
You got them in different area codes.
Until he do something that make him not New York and makes him John.
What if he's 2 people from New York? Is he New York number 2? Like, damn.
Could be.
What did you save them in your phone as?
It's Brooklyn and Bed-Stuy.
It would be New York with the.
That's wild. With the emoji, yo, that's cold. That's tight work.
How I meet people, how I save people on my phone is crazy. Like, if I met you through off the street on Brooklyn on the corner, like that's how I got your name in the phone.
This Flatbush in 23rd.
Flatbush 23rd that's crazy work.
In the phone. Got your name in the phone. I've dated a girl I met through one of my brothers, and I have him like, oh, my brother's name and her name together, so I could know who the girl was. And we dated probably like 3 years. I never changed the name.
Good gracious.
Damn.
Like that.
It's like I'm not changing it. It's not the name is already in the phone. Like, that's it.
Yeah, I will
Might be
introduce.
toxic.
Okay, might be.
I'm definitely. I'll say your name. I mean, I feel like because that'd be awkward if I didn't. But I'm gonna try to avoid not to have to say anything to anybody. So if I see somebody I know, because I'm like this
Ducking?
in a room, like I'm scanning them,
Why
like
you scared so hard?
no, let me. I want to vibe with you alone. I don't like to be around.
You worried about the ops in the back. If you scared in the room,
You got warrants?
the wars, the cops, the feds is out there.
Do you put the seat all the way back when you in the car? Like, how you riding?
You
Niggas gotta have tents. Nigga ain't got no tent. She can't ride with you. You got a tent on your windows.
I ain't got no tents on my.
I do got 10 on my windows.
I bet.
They gonna see you, girl. Fishbowl all the way around.
No.
I'm from New York. I got PTSD. Like,
because let me tell you, and then let me tell you what it's gonna be. I'm gonna introduce that person. They be like, "Oh, I've been out in a situation." They be like, "Oh, is that your king? Is that your man? Is this your like?
Is that your king?" And you know that's when they be like, "I've been wanting you." Like, wow, this how you gonna do me? I've been wanting you.
I seen you out with such and such and such. Oh, you know, because dudes is messy. Y'all is messy. So therefore, let me take my. I don't want to even cross paths with
you scared it. Sound like you messy too, because you scared it.
I'm scared because I don't want no mess.
You wanna bump into one of your old joints?
I don't get. First of all, I don't have no. Who?
Listen, I done bumped in some old joints.
You know what I mean? Like you like.
If it was an old joint, it's no joint. I don't know who you talking about.
Okay.
I don't recognize them in public, so I wouldn't talk to them anyway. What I look like going up and talking to an old joint?
No, they come to you. Like,
they're not. Listen. I'm gonna give you a look so stupid. You would know better. That'll be the last thing you gonna do. If you want to keep your dignity that night, you won't come up and talk to me.
Damn.
Don't do that. That's the worst thing you could do. Because you see me with my new work. Why would you come up and talk?
New work, but that's the first day. New work. Like,
right.
Stop talking.
That's just Brooklyn. That ain't nothing serious.
Right.
No, I never said ain't nothing serious. I just said who this person is.
But I'm just saying, like, if we just stop talking, just right, maybe like a month, right, like, or maybe a couple of weeks, right? And I'm out, and I see you. You may be on the first date. I don't know.
You ain't no call, no show. You fired.
I'm petty.
This is your replacement. What are you talking about?
So you don't never have 2 dates? Like you only.
You don't turn back to work trying to get your old job back once your replacement.
I'm stuck on the old job. Like,
no, you're not stuck on the old job.
No. I'm like, this is who you're hiring? No, any these bums?
Nobody's hiring.
I can't get
position has been filled. He's on a 90-day.
So you only date one at a time. You don't never date more than one person at a time.
Who you talking to?
You.
We'll make sure they don't watch this episode.
Like, she's not trying to give them no.
Right. Now she got to grab the cup. She got to take a sip. Go ahead and take a drink real quick.
I do the best I can.
No, I do the best I can.
So none of y'all have ever ran into somebody that you're dating?
I don't like that. You know my
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Tasha, we know you, Tosh.
He basically said you toxic.
No, that's your title. That's Nico's title.
That's what they call TT, toxic Tasha.
I'm changing her name on my phone right now.
Not too much on my girl. Not too much on my girl.
I'm changing her name on my phone right now.
Oh, that's so rude. That's
TT.
TT. Like, when I see her up, TT from now on. Like, why they call her TT?
Like, why you give him new ideas? Put her name like.
No, I'm petty.
Like, if I can't find one to be like my old faithful, if I can't find that one, like, I mean, I can at least have some.
You can have a favorite
to do.
You got no old faithfuls. You just out here just chilling, Taj. I know. Listen, I know for your birthday, watching the podcast. Stop it, Taj.
Oh, true. She don't want to put a business out there. You know they be watching.
Let's keep it a stack.
She got to put the seat all the way back down.
Exactly. She ducking. She out here ducking somebody.
Nah, it ain't nothing out here. It ain't nothing out here.
So we see the episode, or I ain't nothing, Taj.
Oh, you know he about to hit it with all the text messages. Wow, that's what we doing. Wow, that's crazy.
That's great.
He gonna heart all her stuff. Like that's what's up. You know, we got to hit with all the comebacks that we can give it. Let me tell you, we are the shadiest people y'all meet. Men are we are definitely shady and
Oh,
passive aggressive with our shade.
Yes,
shade,
indeed.
petty. I'm
Yes,
petty
indeed.
out here.
Yeah.
So I had to tell myself, like, don't be petty. Let it go. Let it go.
But, you know, the
Yeah.
girls will
There
post
you
a,
go.
a heartfelt little post or something like, I'm working on me and don't give yourself to these dudes. Nah, we be saying some.
Stop. I was just at you. Never mind.
That today.
You know, they quick for that. Traveling with myself,
Right.
traveling the journey, journey of life.
They be lying on the gram though. They be lying.
They do. She got
They be
Janae in the
lying.
background. I was like, oh, here she go. You must have did some shit.
I actually do have a question. Do you guys think if you meet a woman and she's single, and would you have an issue that she's dating multiple people
Yes.
Oh,
if she's single?
Yep.
and
Why?
honest about it?
I mean, you can be honest about it, but I think like, how you gonna juggle that many people? You know what I mean?
How do you juggle that many
I
people?
was about to say, don't y'all do that?
Who?
Used to, but you know, DC expensive. You know, trying to juggle 5 people.
That means you
It's
need a second job.
like you right.
Listen,
Next order of business.
listen. I'm not. I'm not dumb. I'm not born yesterday. I'm like, you just wasn't just roster free waiting for me, and I landed and just like, oh my god, more my time to you. Like, yeah, you might start weaving them off after a while. Like, all right, I rock with this guy. You start weaving them off, but don't tell me I feel like, oh yeah, I'm so. Because so what you doing? What y'all doing? What y'all? You know what I mean? Because if we get to that next level, it was like, and you still doing that with that guy too. Like, come on, like you can't
I
tell
don't
me that. You can't tell me that.
Nah, I don't want to know that you out with somebody else. Like keep that to yourself.
Keep that to
I don't want
yourself.
to know.
Keep that to yourself. Don't tell me that.
Like I said, I mean, I
fuck the
like
dirty.
obviously, I'm gonna think that if I find you attractive, other people find you attractive, and you
Right.
single, so of course you dating. So I don't want to know like how you out with everybody else. But if you telling me you're looking for something serious and you trying to like move in that direction, then it's like how can we get to know each other for real if I'm only seeing you once a month? You know what I mean? Because you got all these different dates. But for real, to me, it only really matters when we be like, if we having unprotected sex. That's when I really be like, all right, how many else you really out here with? Because
Yeah, that gets real. Yeah.
yeah, like once we get to that point, that's when it's like, all right, gotta chill. Somebody gotta chill.
So who gonna chill?
You said what?
Who is going to chill? This is what you're supposed to do. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, but that's not really how it works. I feel that if you are a woman and you're dating, and if you're being intentional about dating, you could date multiple people. It doesn't matter if if you meet her and you be like, oh, well, I know you're not talking to anybody. You don't know nothing. Because I know for the most part, I ain't got nobody. Ain't nobody up here single.
Which is
Stop
cool,
it.
but
Chill out.
if you really trying to get to know somebody for real, like, can you
You can't
say
get to know somebody.
and have multiple
Yeah.
people?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
Oh,
no,
can.
time
that's
in,
You can. You can.
oh,
time
that's kind of
management,
tough.
multitasking, and until somebody sit my ass down and be like, "Hey, this is what I want. I want you." Then that other person gets cut off. You can't worry about your competition. You got to
They're
worry
not
about
all the way cut off. They just move down the importance list. Like,
So are
I'm
you?
No, it depends on your approach. It depends on how you come. Because if you come all the way correct and everything is there, then
she got
everybody else can go away.
but you don't know that right off the rip though.
At this
It gonna
point, you know it fairly quickly.
off
You
the
know who's
rip.
playing and who's just like for real. I mean, if you see
True.
somebody and they maintain it for a consistent amount of time, I mean, because you got to get somebody and you gotta pay attention. You gotta watch them because everybody says what needs to be said up front and does what needs to be done. But can you maintain this? Is this who you really are, or is this your game?
Don't me you. Don't sugarcoat that. Don't put the good side. I want to see all because I want to see if I can deal with you further past this point. But don't try to come your best behavior now. Let me see the ugly side. I'm gonna be me at all times.
So,
Absolutely.
so let me ask y'all this then. So when y'all are dating somebody, if you start to feel like the other person is falling for you a little bit more or faster, do you bring it up to them and tell them like, hey, I'm letting you know I'm dating other people, so you might need to pull back a little bit, or do you just allow that person to be falling for you? Because
That's so
there's some people
hard.
that fall in love real like
That
Very
fast.
fast.
like falling in love really fast is also kind of like I don't want to say a red flag, but it's cause for me to pump the brakes because usually when you rush into something, that's when shit just crash and burn. The faster it starts, the faster it ends. Is has been my
True.
experience, and I'm an Aries, and that's all we
Oh
fucking do.
damn.
So I've had to reform myself, like I've had to control myself because I feel like I haven't met a lot of people that I've gotten like excited about, like oh shit now, and when I do, I get excited, and then it don't last because I get excited, and I gotta like remember to, dial
Pace
it back,
marathon,
chill
not
out,
a sprint.
let things play out. Let me make sure this is for real and not that fake stuff, that temporary stuff.
So if they're starting to fall for you while you're in your dating phase, do you tell them like, hey, pull back a little bit, or you coming on too strong, or like how do you manage them?
It depends on what it feels like. If it feels like they're coming on too strong, I feel like that's absolutely a conversation, and I need to express that it's too much for me for where I'm at right now. But if I am kind of feeling them and they're falling, and I just don't want to say it because I want to be 100% when I say these things these days. Like I want to know for sure because I want to know I know you enough before those words come out of my mouth. It's always a conversation, like always a check-in. Like I would just feel like I will always want to check in with the person and make sure we're at the same page, going at the same rate, so that nobody can get ahead of themselves. So before they even get a chance to get to I'm falling in love, like they know where I'm at and we're checking in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
No,
Because
that makes sense.
I guess for me, like that's the thing when it comes to dating more than one person. Not saying I can't act like I don't date more than one person at a time,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, when someone's saying like they want something serious, and it's like, all right, I'm entertaining them, and then they start falling, and it's like, is it my fault if they fell and I wasn't there yet because I didn't tell them, or is it their fault for falling too soon?
That's hard because sometimes like that's in people's like personality, like that, like they jump in too soon, like that's who they are, like they rush into stuff. And it also could be, because for me, I feel like that was part of like failures in relationships because, like I said, I didn't get excited about very many people. So when I did, I rushed it and it never worked out. You know what I mean? You can't rush it. So, I mean, I feel like it all always boils down to communication at the end of the day. Somebody can't get to Z, unless you open the door and you don't say nothing. You just watch them go to D. You know what I mean? You can reel them back. You can see when they get to D and be like, hey, I'm still over here at B. You wanna come back here?
But
I feel like
some people like some of the stuff that comes with that progressive speed of movement. Like, yeah, even though I'm not there, shit, I like the energy though.
If you voice that and that's the risk they want to take, by all means, what can you do? That's a decision that you made. You said your
Some
piece,
people
you said what
don't
you
say
are. Maybe you get there, maybe you don't.
right.
Would you
Because
string
sometimes
them along?
you might catch them later. It might not be off the rip. Like I said, they might move faster than you. Some people don't say nothing because they like the attention, they like the energy, but they're like, yo, I'm not moving like that fast. This person just moving way too fast for me. Like, I'm a slow mover. I'll let that be known up front. I am a slow mover. I take my time. I don't rush nothing. If you want to move that fast and you feel like I'm not moving fast enough, like respect my speed, like how you want me to respect yours.
I feel like I have two sides. And me seeing that Tasha is Aries, I'm a Leo, we're fire signs. We love, and I love hard. And I know when I first meet a dude, I'd be like, that's my man, my man, my man. However, that'd be like the first 90 days, right? And I always, in my mind, I have times. Like, I'd be like, the first 90 days, that's just a test run. And then after the 90 days, really 6 months, that's when you can really see. Because I know I was dating a dude, first 90 days, it was up. The next 90 days happened, and I was just like, I don't really think I want to be here
Mm.
at all. So it's just kind of like the dopamine wears off, and it's just like it's not there anymore. So it's like even though in my mind I'm like, oh, I can see myself with this man, and it sounds good, but
Hey,
in reality, it's not like that. But I am very much so intentional, and I know initially you probably will feel like I'm moving too fast because of how I'm rocking with you. But once the dust starts to settle, then I'm probably gonna back up a little bit because I'm
Smoke,
like,
smoke
okay,
players.
Damn.
Listen,
Yeah.
you got. Listen, take my time because even 6 months, I don't feel like it's enough. You don't know nobody in 6 months.
take it down now. You don't drag it, Nico.
I'm saying, wow.
Well, we get older.
We're here for a good time or a long time.
Some people are good at manipulating and hiding shit. So I'm no
That's
rucker.
you.
If I'm rocking with you, I'm rocking with you. Like, you know what I mean? So like I don't mind taking my time, especially if I invest my time. Like time is important to me. So if I give you a little bit of my time and you don't appreciate it, I can show what it feel like not to have my time.
That's true. So that's really one of my love languages is
Quality time is not that big on the list for me on the love language thing, but when I give it, I feel like it should be appreciated.
Like when y'all talk about how the dust settles and the dopamine wears off. So like, how do y'all maintain the fire in your relationship if you get to a point where it starts to kind of like become routine, I guess? Like, you've been with somebody for a year, 2 years, and it's starting to get a little boring. Like, how do you spice it up?
I always have to look outside of a person's like physical and look at who they are. Like, I know this sounds cheesy, but I have to look at like who they are on the inside. Is this person, caring? What did we initially like to do when we first got together? So if it was traveling and stuff like that, you cannot stop dating a person, no matter if, the sex is not as passionate as it was. It's kind of like, why is it no longer passionate like that? Sometimes you have to get down to the bottom of things, like, why is it just becoming mundane to us? And you have to like spice things up. I think for me, I'm always going to be a caring type of person. And I'm always going to be looking at like, what can I do for him? Especially if I rock with you. Like if I know that you're taking care of me and you being consistent and taking care of me and fulfilling all of my needs, I don't think that dopamine is going to wear off. It's only going to wear off if you start falling off and stop doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because if a man is doing what he's supposed to be doing for me, I know I'm going to go far and beyond. Like, baby, what did you eat today? Can I cook you dinner? Like, I love to cook. And that's really like one of my things that I like to do. Like, I want to cook and I want to watch you eat my food. That's just a thing for me. I don't know. But stuff like that, like you have to do things to, keep the fire going.
But like everything else, it's always roller coasters though. There's gonna be high points.
I'm not saying it's gonna be rainbows and everything like that, but
Right.
Sometimes, like, say you meet somebody, like things was going smooth in their life, like just their life as a whole, and they had time to give or whatever the case may be, or be more intensive. But some things happen in their life, and maybe the attention is not all on you, or other things come up, and core of the person is like, nah, I really rock with the person really rock with me. I feel like sometimes you gotta ride the wave on some of this stuff, like. Because life is about a roller coaster ride. It's always going to be ups and downs. So, and sometimes the downs may be like Kingdom Come. That fall might be steep, But if you really rock with the person, or if that person you really feel like that person is for you, like don't quick to soon as not going your way and just jump ship. Like, oh fuck this shit, I'm out of here.
No, because it's ghetto out here.
That's it.
Indeed.
They doing bumps on dates.
Mike is wild out here.
Doing too much.
It's wild out here in these streets.
Mike, stop shooting at the dark, boy. Stop shooting at.
When you get back out here, man, sometimes you like, all right, let me get my feet wet.
Research, Mike. Ask some more questions.
Oh, I definitely learned to do more research. Be like, yo, who your friends?
You just gotta ask them on a date. You doing bumps? Now you good? Sure.
First date question. There you go. What type of drugs do you do?
No, I have a friend that asks those questions actually.
Like, what type of drugs they do?
She be like, "Do you do the drugs?" She be like, "Everybody do a little coke." She make it sound like
To see if you're gonna bite it, right?
And he be like,
"That's you fishy." Like she be doing coke on the side.
Yeah, because I'll be looking at you like, what you
she
mean?
don't, but we
If
know
you ask
people
me
that do.
what kind of drugs I'm doing, it's like, what are people you
Yeah,
date?
I'm like, are you trying to sell me something? Like, you selling or what? What's your?
Yo, this is the exact reason why I made this game. That's the exact reason I made the app. So, like, you go on the app and you find the questions that you really want to ask, and you favorite them, and you just like, you want to play a game on the first date. So you ask the questions you really want to get the answer to, but it don't come back on you.
I mean, that's a smooth way to ask somebody. Ask somebody, are you a drug addict? It's just on the game.
It's a game. What you
Not on you.
Toxic teacher told me to ask y'all.
He told me to ask you.
TT said, "Hey, are y'all doing a little bit of coke?"
My
They need to
God.
bring shame back, and Coke needs to be right up under there with shame. Like bring shame
They
back.
need to bring shame. But there's some other things people need to be shamed for
Yeah.
sure.
Like, bring some change, because people just out here acting just whatever.
Oh
Like,
yeah, no limits, no boundaries.
like
It ain't
I'm,
the
The
I'm,
80s.
audacity is at an all-time high. If you ain't blended in, we got to start shaming you.
Oh boy, not your lace ain't
you
melted,
Yeah,
sis.
it ain't
can't do
blended.
that. You just can't do that.
That's funny.
That's be the last day. You can't be like, yo, sis, your front lifting. Like, come on, you can't be wilding on like
You
that.
don't care about nothing in life.
Like, you just like that, and you looked in the mirror. Yeah,
If you was with
that's
a chick and she was sliding back, would you tell her?
Hell no. Hell
how do
no.
you
Went to the bathroom and her whole neck, her whole stocking cap.
how do you
Hell
say,
no.
how do you say and not offend her?
Hey, you be like, come
Because
here.
girls will take some shit offensive. Like, damn, like you ain't gotta say
It's offensive that I had to go to that bathroom and my stocking cap was showing, and you had me outside looking crazy.
put some.
I mean, I guess that's one of them where you got to know who you dealing with.
You wish me for dead. I don't like that.
Nah,
They over. That's a
you
new
came
person.
here like that. Don't blame me.
Right. You left out the house like that.
No, what if she came
Nah,
and it was intact, and then maybe y'all went to a little club
because
and it
now
had slid back.
everybody else seen it too, and now I look like this is. Oh, this
So
is
you
your
gonna
back.
walk around with a chick with her stocking cap showing? That says a lot about you,
No, I'm
Nico.
gonna say something. I'm
It,
definitely stop you. Yes,
That's
stop
what
you.
I said. Would you
I
say
ain't say
something?
nothing.
Oh, yeah,
I ain't say
like,
nothing. I ain't say nothing.
put a ski mask down. Like, I'm like,
Especially if she was already 15, 20 minutes late.
yeah.
Like, you was already late. You had time to correct
Shit
that.
list. You like fuck it.
Yeah, you had time to fix that.
You cold blooded, Mike.
Now they talking about, hey, he's sassy. He told me my wig was slipping. Like, damn.
She said
Yo,
that
that's so funny because
he
that is
got it.
exactly what somebody would say when the
You
shit
know
go
it. First thing they'll say, he's sassy.
Facts.
wrong.
They gonna be quick to be like, oh, he's sassy.
Because y'all running sassy in the ground, boy. I tell y'all, boy. I feel like
Yeah, like,
every other year y'all found a new word and y'all put it in the ground. Before a year and a half ago, it was you gaslight me. Y'all everything else
gaslighting. That was their favorite word,
word,
gaslighting.
and y'all drag it in the ground, boy.
You know what I found with that word in particular, though? The people who utilized it were the ones that were doing the gaslighting. I just thought that was so funny.
Boy, listen, a lot of you not like some girls
Another
like
word to weaponize.
I'm gaslighting. I'm
Weaponized.
like, what are you talking about? Like I'm like
Well, if
I
you
told
didn't
you.
do it, she wouldn't have to say it.
Hmm?
People just like using the
Mhm.
word just because it's the new thing to use.
Pretty sure she's using it within context, though.
No, no, no.
Nah,
Stop it.
nah.
Stop it. Everything is sassy.
But
Everything.
this moving here, I have really met some batshit crazy women. And like guys will tell me stories, like especially up here, his stories about women. I'm just like,
But it's always
nah,
the guy.
I can't relate. Like, cause nobody that I know would
It,
be on some shit like that. That just sounds
it,
stupid. And I'm just like, damn, y'all really, y'all really do exist out here. Like, wow.
Feeling
Like,
bad for dudes.
But women stick
yeah.
together. Y'all don't say shit. Y'all don't say that a lot enough.
Ooh,
Y'all,
don't do that. Cause you ain't in my circle acting like that.
but
Exactly. That's
I'm
what I'm saying.
associated with nobody that act like that.
I don't say
Absolutely
that out
not.
loud enough. Because every girl screaming, "Oh, men ain't shit, men ain't." But women don't say like, "Nah, there's a couple of women out here ain't shit."
Absolutely.
I'm
I'm just
saying,
saying, like beforehand, I could not say that because all I had to go off of were the women that I was surrounding myself with, and they don't move like that. Now coming up here and being in these circles and being around, like going to these parties, I had to leave a damn rooftop party a couple weeks ago. Matter of fact, I saw you there, Nico. I was like, let me get the fuck up out of here.
damn.
I was literally sitting there like, bitch, what are
see,
you doing here? Like,
I
I
saw
was sitting
TT there.
on a bench looking stupid because I was thinking to myself the whole time, like, what you doing here? Like,
I always catch Tasha in a "I'm ready to go" face. I'm like, Tasha, you ready to go? You're the
because I had these conversations with these girls, and it's just like, it's time to go.
those
Like,
are calling us sassy, or we the amen and shit out here ain't shit out here. Y'all don't call the girls out enough about their bullshit. Some ain't shit ass women out here. Y'all don't scream that loud enough.
well, this is my first time being around this caliber of woman, and y'all seem to like that shit though. So they did all the parties.
I'm saying women
Yeah,
speak good.
women got the best game. Women will finesse.
They in the
Women's
game.
game is.
They on court side. They at the game. They speak great game.
Say, and men are easy. All it takes is a rub back our head.
I think y'all are just attracted to red flags, and that's another thing that I've learned up here. Like y'all like that chaotic, crazy, rah shit. Y'all like that. Like I don't know if it make y'all feel like, oh, I'm alive. I don't know what it is, but y'all like that shit.
I like peace.
Yeah, I like my peace. I mean,
peace.
you gotta have a little.
Like, you can't say I like peace and then your chick is like rah, and like no,
See,
you don't.
it's like a balance. You got
No, you don't.
I don't
yeah,
even.
because it's like we want a little bit of like like Ari Lennox, and then sometimes be sexy red. Like don't be sexy red all the time.
Oh, I ain't got
Some of the
nothing.
time.
Sexy red for your ass. No.
Like,
You know what I'm saying? Or like Janae Aiko.
I got Claire Huxtable for you.
Listen,
Nah, see like Janae Aiko, she toxic as hell, but she keep it classy. So you be like,
I
all
ain't
right.
do that. Like I can't give you
She
anything
toxic.
that I don't want you to give back to me. So I can't give you that energy because I'm not in that phase. Like I'm not trying to play with you at this point. I'm trying to find someone who got some sense so we can have some sense and have some babies that have some sense. You know what I
See,
mean? So
for me, because like
I can't give you none of that.
like I'm really chill, so I need a woman that like I'm the one who I ain't gonna tell them that they got my order wrong. So I'd be like, hey, they got my order wrong.
Spicy.
Yeah, to be like, hey, y'all messed his order up.
No, can I speak to the manager? I don't
See,
like. Can I speak to the managers? Like,
Can't go too hard.
when my food
Just
get
enough.
back, I gotta eat that. Your food good. I gotta eat that. Can I speak to the manager, please? Yeah, I gotta
hey,
eat. You ain't gotta
but
eat
when you
that.
get that. But when you get that upgrade on the room, she done got your room upgraded to the suite. You be like, I appreciate a little bit of
Now,
attitude.
handling business is one thing, but
That's
you can
it.
always handle business with tact. You ain't got to get nasty. You ain't got to get rude. You ain't got to be disrespectful to get shit done either.
Yeah. It's like a nice nasty.
Right.
But also where it goes back to a time and a place for everything.
That's true.
Indeed.
Not my food.
And that does it for this episode. Thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate y'all for tuning in for another episode. We'll see y'all back here next week. Don't forget to download the app Secrets of the Opposite Sex to play from home. Subscribe to our podcast and follow us on YouTube for more content. See you next time. Bye.